The thing with one of my jobs is I look after cats for a living, and one of the things that I end up doing is grooming. And that's not my favourite job because it involves pulling out a large amount of hair, which is tantamount to, well, torture really. But I get paid quite well for it, so. This is the poem written just as I finished plucking a Persian. It's called Persian. Persian perversion. The trouble with this Persian is it looks more like a carpet, and it's not the sort of matting upon which you'd want to pray. A bit more like a shag pile that someone put on boil wash and felt it into lumps that the owner wants away. The good thing about this Persian is she's not the brightest bunny. She doesn't seem to mind too much when I pull that fur right out. She only lies there purring and dribbling down her flat chin, snorting when her tears flow and roll past Button's snout. I'll pluck and strip this Persian to free her legs and elbows from all the tight restrictions that stop her being a cat, but all my best intentions can't undo the measures that her breeders have created when they left her face so flat. Poor kitty. Is it ever that cool to think we're clever, to create a beast that cannot maintain a healthy state? The torment that you suffer, not just grooming, but the other when your jaws can't lift your food up and it falls back on your plate. So for now I'll strip and pluck at your skin till you're a pusscat, and watch the growing pile of the soft blue molted fur. I'll felt it into liners for next year's hanging baskets, and have it as reminders of your snorting, snuffling purrs. There's a little quick one here called, it's just called Experience. I'll leave you to work it out. There's been a break-in at my house. 2 cat burglars stole in the night, pushed their heads into a cardboard box and sniffed and snorted, rolling about in drugged ecstasy. They lay stoned, sucking sachets into soggy green bundles of bliss. Even wrappers were chewed when they got the rock and roll munchies. The night the cats got into the catnip, scratching away wrappings to reach the inner supply of loose herb, furtively sniffing, they flexed on the floor, then lay on my legs insensible, falling off like stones in lip frenzy. Cat is king. One, hypervigilant, eyes glazed, waits to pounce on the other, his coordination gone. Wide-eyed and legless, my cats are off their heads. Down. I can see pink mice. This is a true story about an incident I saw when we were walking along by the good old River Ayrshire. On walking by the River Ayrshire, we chanced to see a cormorant there, of ebony wing and sinuous throat. He dived down deep, came up to float, and in his bill he grasped a catch. He didn't know he'd met his match. The fish was long and mean and thin. It had no thoughts of going in the gizzard of a greedy bird. It flexed and fought. The battle stirred heroic efforts on Birdie's part. He retched and grabbed to make a start upon his meal. He filled his maw, and down it went. We clearly saw it disappear. There was no trace. A new look came to Birdie's face. Some action he did not foresee meant eel would not be cormorant tea. It fought and bit. He gulped and drank the river water, even sank into the flow to take in more. And as he paddled near the shore, we saw the movement of eel in gullet. I bet he wished he'd stuck to mullet. His frantic ghost to swallow his prey brought the greedy fowl to finally say, if you meet an eel, do not seek to snack. Seize his wriggling tail and throw the bugger back.
Thank you very much, Rosie.